and they made about $2,000, and the purchase of the proceeds from those laptops will go to buy new projectors, so that's a really great thing. And is there 10 left? So if you know anybody who wants to purchase one, they're $50 a piece. I bought one for my son, and it booted up faster than my computer, so it might be a little old, but they're still working pretty well. I also just wanted to give a hats off to everybody who helped set up for that, not only Brenda and Rich, but our entire maintenance crew, and that would be Linda, Vicki, Jackie, Joe, and Jeremy up in the high school. That was hot, sweaty work, pulling all of that stuff out, but they really did a great job. So hats off to everybody, because I think it was a great success. There is nothing left in the storage shed. Everything has been cleaned out of there. Nothing will be going back in. So I just didn't know if we need to discuss its removal and disposal. It is a safety hazard.
It's been discussed and approved, and it's just a timing issue right now. But if we need to bolt barriers on those doors, we can get that done. And maybe we need to go ahead and tear that ramp and those steps off of there so nobody has the inkling to climb on them.
And am I right, don't we pay an insurance premium on that building?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, okay.
Not anymore.
Okay. Right. Thank you. Any questions for Chris? Okay, moving on. Superintendent report.
Yep, very brief this evening. Just wanted to give you a central kitchen update. The equipment has been ordered, a van has been purchased, a handicapped minivan, and we should be receiving our carpet cleaners, our ESSER-funded carpet cleaners tomorrow. And as soon as they get a couple of classrooms shampooed or cleaned or whatever you call it, then all the equipment will be out of those two classrooms. So I'm thinking on Monday, I will probably go over and start some demolition work. I would say to anyone here or anyone who watches this after the fact, that if you have skill in tearing up carpet, tearing down a wall, scraping glue off a floor, laying tile, I would be tickled to death if somebody would reach out. But I do want the board to understand that in order to make this a cost-effective project, I will be in shorts and a tool belt for an extended period of time through Monday till the project's done. Summer meals are going well. We have an average daily count of 40 to 60 meals. So that is a ongoing service that we provide. And of course, the summer meal programs are reimbursed at a higher rate. So we consider that a success at this point. I will say that we are beginning the budget process here with your authority to close out this year and to transfer funds, whatever that may be. I can tell you this, we will have that $72,000 decrease in state funding on student count. We will have to build our budget on 311 kids. Last year we were able to build it on 313 kids. Our insurance premium is going up $13,700, and KASB, the K-Jump entity within KASB that does utilities, is recommending that all districts increase their budget for natural gas by 25% for next year and electricity by 10%. So for us, that means an increased budget of $37,000. So what I'm currently looking at with those budget increases is a turnaround loss fund of $122,700 to build next year's budget. So we are not out of the woods by any means.
Why are they asking us to allow more budget more for those electricity?
They feel that there's going to be a sustained increase in those BTU unit costs for gas. And I can just say that's what their utility expert recommended to all districts on the superintendent's Zoom 2 weeks ago. I would like to be able to say, well, and Mr. Pittenger is still tracking our utility usage, and we will probably change our EPM program again next year. And maybe we'll start the building a little chillier in the winter, but it'll warm up by second hour. But we are still tracking our utility usage and what units are on and what are off. We do have 2 of the new units installed now. That doesn't help in the overall picture, but as we move toward newer, less than 26-year-old units, our efficiency should increase, but that's not going to happen for the next year or 2. So we prepare for the worst, we hope for the best, and that's why I'm constantly looking at $5,000 in insurance. It's a big deal for us. You know, I talked to a superintendent today that said they, in a small school north of here, that said they have $1 million had $1 million when he started. Another first-year soup had $1 million in capital outlay. He said, "How much did you have?" I said, "I had $75,000 when I started." And he's like, "How do you do it?" So we have challenges. We're walking toward the edge of the forest, but we're not there yet.
Since this was more of a normal year as far as the full school days, have we done a side-by-side comparison since we did the upgraded elementary school with the heating and air units compared to the old system? Because we were informed of cost savings with more energy efficiency with the new units that we have there. I don't know, have we looked at that yet? To see?
No, I haven't looked at anything prior to my time, no.
Yeah. I just wanted to make that thing see. I was just wondering, because that was supposed to be an energy efficiency too.
Well, utilities, I believe in this report, our utilities were over $7,000 for the month. It is just an amazing expense to take care of all of our facilities. And if that goes up anywhere near what they're estimating, that is a significant rise. So anyway, just another thing that came out that's kind of exciting that we're going to be working on is they are requiring by June 22nd that every school district post on their website their reopening plan for the fall, which includes masking and sanitation and things like that, whether you were closed, open, or anything. So we're working on that document to get posted. That, you know, I will say this in public, and I would say it to a politician, that is the insanity of what we live in right now, is school districts that have remained open have to post a reopening plan. Required by law. Ridiculous. All I got.
Any questions for Mr. Crenshaw? Okay. Just a little bit, that's okay. No. All right, next we have executive session for personnel. How many minutes do we need for this? For 45 minutes. TJ? Thank you. Thank you, David. Okay. That's it. Okay, 40. Motion by TJ, second by David, that USD 298 Board of Education go into executive session at 8:40 PM for 45 minutes with the superintendent for the purpose of discussing personnel matters for non-elected personnel. The Board of Education return to open meeting at, help me out here, 9:25 in the Board of Education conference room. The executive session is required to protect the privacy interests of identifiable